Humans have long searched for the fountain of youth. Some go to great lengths, spending millions on medical procedures to turn back the hands of Father Time. But at what cost? And is it effective? Joining us now is Lauriston Crockett, an expert in longevity. So first, thanks for joining us on the show here. But before we get started, tell us some of the extreme lengths that you're hearing people, of course, they would have deep pockets. But what are some of the extreme lengths people go to look young?
Well, there's really nothing new here. We have to go back, first of all, to a horrible thing that happened in history. Elizabeth Bathory actually thought that by bathing in the blood of virgins that she could live forever. And so she actually killed 650 virgins before she was actually stopped by the King of Hungary. And then, of course, back in the 1864, a gentleman by the name of Paul Burt thought by taking a younger host with an older host and transfusing the blood of the younger host into the older host that you could actually achieve anti-aging. So there's nothing really new here. And now we have a gentleman here in Dallas by the name of Brian Johnson, who's actually taking the plasma from his own son and father and putting into his own blood and trying to achieve anti-aging effects. But, the bottom line is this is very eccentric, a little out there, but it all leads back to peptides. So
it's really unbelievable, and you certainly just list off some pretty out there, drastic concepts that people have tried over the course of history, and really since the dawn of time, if people chase this fountain of youth. But in your opinion, what actually works?
Well, the fountain of youth actually exists in our own body. It's called our endocrine system, but it all relates to a peptide. Now, everybody hears the word peptides, but when I ask them, do they know what it means? They absolutely do not. So the word peptide, very quickly, comes from the Greek root word peptos. Peptos means digested. See, the human body has 37.2 trillion cells. Every cell in your body has a peptide. There's 40 peptide hormones. Every function in your body relates back to peptides. When we get past the age of 30, our digestive system changes. Therefore, we're not getting the peptides that we used to as younger adults and children, so we start aging faster with more disease. So we've been able to go one step past that now and actually create an anti-aging effect using peptides.
So is there certain things that we should be consuming?
Well, you can consume a great diet, but the problem comes back to your digestive system. You notice at the age of 29 or 30, our digestive system starts changing. Well, men's testosterone levels start changing. Our human growth hormone is actually not there where it used to be either, and other hormones start changing. So it comes back to actually the peptide signaling and peptide bonding in the body. And the way to do that is actually not with vitamins, which everybody thinks it should be, which I find dangerous because they're byproducts of petroleum, but actually ingesting peptides. I actually wrote a book on that. Peptides are life.
So does it really take deep pockets, or there's things that people can do to make them look and feel younger without breaking the bank or injecting themselves with crazy things or something elaborate, right?
Well, I think so. I think you have to live it. A lot of people are really surprised to find out that I'm 64. I'm in the gym. I do 6,000 reps a week, full body routine. I ride my bike. I play with my dog. And also I'm a father of a baby boy that was born in October, and I'm having a wonderful time. So I have not been aging at the same rate. My doctors have proven this also, because I've been ingesting peptides for the last 20 years. So we know that peptides can increase your lifespan between 10 and 30%. And I wrote about that in my book, Peptides Are Life. And, everyone wants to feel better. And does the fountain of youth really exist? Well, yeah, it exists within, but you must have the first lock and key mechanism, which is a peptide. So, if you go to genostim.com, genostim.com, I'm going to give my book for free, and you can find your answers there. I don't think we need to be spending $2 million a year on taking plasma and blood to actually create an anti-aging effect. He's also trying to build his immune system, and the body produces something called a host defense peptide. This is the most potent broad-spectrum antibiotic the body makes, and it can kill a virus or other diseases, fungi and bacterium, on contact. Again, it comes back to a peptide life.
Tell us again where we can go on more information, Lauriston.
If you want to get more information about the peptide life, just simply go to genostim.com. That's genostim.com. My book is on there, and you can find out how peptides fight against cancer and tumorous cells. There's something out there called type 2 diabetes, which is an insulin health issue because insulin is a peptide. All this information is right there in the book, and I hope it helps you, and you can start living a peptide life just like I do and a lot of other people.
Lauriston Crockett, thanks so much for joining us on Good Day at 4. One could say that you are living proof, my friend.
Thank you very much. It's great to be with you.
Thanks for joining us.